And we're back to the hive with the Nameless One. We've been exploring the lower depths, or let's say the southeastern depths. Not exactly sure how that relates to Alley of Lingering Sighs. Is that where we are? I think that's where we are. We've been there, no, we haven't been there, we've been there. Alley of Dangerous Angles, yes, that's where we came from. And we want to go somewhere to the southeast, if I remember correctly. Find Craddock. Ah, yeah, the stench curse. One of the upper wards where Recon used to live. Yes, well, not right now. Find July. July was the smoldering corpse. Right. Where was the smoldering corpse?
Come on off with you there, let's go.
Done.
This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off into the distance. She seems to be unconcerned with the flow of traffic around her, and clutches a wooden pole from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Ah, yeah, fishmonger. No, thanks. What can you tell me about this area? She shakes her head, continues to look over your shoulder. Each time you try to catch a glance of what she might be looking at, you turn your back to find her staring at you for the briefest of moments. Do I look familiar to you? Goodness, no! She pauses for a moment. Aye, you do. Right, so you've seen me before then. I think... yeah, we're a man with a very likeness, 'twas so long ago. Tell me. Well, sir, you see, me sight's not so good now. 'Twasn't back then, neither. But I thought I saw you walking past me with a small group trailing along behind you. Ah, maybe a past, maybe we had a posse. What did these people look like? It's hard to say, sir. 'Twas so long ago, and you walked by so quick-like. But I remember now the way you held your head up. There was a woman following you, trying to stop you, to get you to turn around and speak to her, but you pushed her away. Was that the crybaby woman in the mortuary? Maybe. What happened then? Beautiful woman she was. Looked so sad, so angry. All at once. Ah, I think I recognized the mood swings, yes. She stood there for a moment, then followed along behind you just the same, hustling to catch up. So you say there was a group. Who else was there? She shrugs. There was at least 2 other gentlemen with you, sir. The only one I remember too clearly was, tall, thin, reeked of bub, he did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He folded you close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there. Even when she bumped against him, trying to stop you. That's all I remember, sir. Interesting. We had a party with us, and apparently that schizophrenic, mood-swinging she-banshee in the mortuary was with us, trying to stop us. Give her some coin. I think that's worth a $5. Ash mantle. You see a dustman in long black robes and a pale face. Unlike the dustman you saw in the mortuary, however, this man looks confused, as in glancing about, as if looking for something. When he spots you, he raises his hand to attract your attention. Greetings. The man seems relieved that you are speaking to him. He bows slightly. Thank you for hearing me, traveler. I am known as Ashmantle. One of the Dustman sect. I was wondering if you could direct me. I don't know the area very well, and I am looking for a certain establishment. A bar that those of my sect frequent. Do you know of such a place? Ah, the Dustman Bar. It's... What? Yeah, they did say a faction, not a sect. Huh, he doesn't look like a proper Dustman, does he? Sect? You're a Dustman, don't you mean faction? The Dustman nods. Well, yes. Faction. I meant faction. Sect. Faction. They are much the same thing, really. Do you happen to know of this bar that my faction frequents? Not sure he's up to anything good, but then again, the Dustmen are never up to anything good. The bar you want is by the mortuary. Orient yourself by the mortuary front gate, then walk directly southwest. Can't miss it. The Dustman smiles. Thank you very much, traveler. I appreciate your kindness. The people of the Hive are rarely helpful in such matters. Yeah, not at all creepy, is he? Tell me about it, say. Can I ask you some questions? What questions do you have? Well, he does look lost, so might not know much about the area. Let's ask him about the Dustman. He pauses, then nods. It would be my pleasure. The Dustmen, recognize this life for what it is, an opportunity to experience our passions before the next life. We sift through the dust of our past lives for the meaning before the next. What? That's no Dustman cart I've ever heard. Who are you? The Dustman nods a little uncomfortably. Well, I am Ashmatel, one of the Ninth Circle. The Ninth Circle? There is no such thing. He suddenly tenses up. I don't have time to debate the prices and ranks of this sect with you, so if you'll excuse me... Who are you really? He suddenly takes off running. Oh.
Damn it.
Interesting. He was trying to pass himself off as some sort of dustman, but wasn't one. And he would rather die than tell us who he was. Oh. Hello there. Are we not using our, Oh no, we're not. Let's change that, shall we? Oh, that guy's running away.
Damn.
Morty is really the damage-dealing type in our party, not us. Where's that guy? Oh man, he's going down the alley again, isn't he? Yep. Stop running. We really need a ranged weapon, I think. There we go. Ah, a nice copper earring. Gitsurai, huh? Can we not talk to them? Apparently not. A harlot, and what's this? Entrance, but there is no handle, a means of opening it. Ah. Interesting. Everything is interesting around here. Because we don't know anything. Monument looks similar to the one outside the mortuary. There are no identifying marks on it.
I told you I'm tapped out. Come on, load this thing.
The symbol above... Oh, this is the Office of the Vermin and Disease Control. Let's talk to Creed in here. This foul-looking man is quick to notice he's caught your attention. In moments, he's upon you, hawking his wares. He carries a long wooden pole, don't we all? Dozens of skinned and cooked rats dangle from it. As he speaks, he gestures of them with a broad, filth-encrusted hand, smiling a yellowed, snaggle-toothed grin all the while. Oi, Cutter, how you doing there? What sort of delicious ratsias you'd be interested in this fine day? What sort of ratsies did you have for sale? Good, get a good. What sort would you like? He points to each in turn with a grimy fingernail. Yeah, great. That's appetizing. I got them baked, spiced, boiled, and charred. All fresh, all scrumptious. Only 3 coppers. Ugh. Charred? Maybe that'll kill the germs. You hand over your coppers, and in one swift motion, he runs a pair of charred rats through the wooden skewer, unhooks them, and places them in your hand. He winks at you. Enjoy, Cutter. Should we eat it? Let's eat it, why not? Rat is burnt and crispy outside, but tender and juicy within. It is a bit greasy and rather rich, tasting of some other meat you're sure you've had before. The man looks at you expectantly. Did you like? Would you like another? I have a question. I wanted to speak to you about rats. He guffaws loudly. His breath is stale and reeks of onion. I'm an expert in that field, I am. What's your question, Cutter? All these people sound like the same made-up fake accent for some reason. It's almost like I have no acting skills whatsoever. Where do you get all those rats? What, these? He jiggles the pole, causing the skinned rats to bounce about in a macabre little jig. I catch 'em myself, I do, in cellars and alleyways about the hive. Right. Ugh. No thanks. Bye. Let's talk to the people inside the, We're racking up quests and more quests and more quests. We're getting nothing, done by ourselves. That goes to the, oh yeah, the Alley of Dangerous Angles. Oh, we haven't been there apparently. Braskan skipped, southeastern portion of the hive. Yeah. Let's go to the disease control. We've heard some stories about it. Now there's locked containers. Phineas T. Lord, the 39th.
Right.
Wow. You see a squat man with rash-covered skin and several pustules covering his face. His clothes seem to mark him as some sort of an official, but they are dirty, wrinkled, and covered with rat hair. Ah, a fellow connoisseur of fine ratsies. As you watch, he idly scratches himself with his stubby fingers. Greetings! Ah! The little man shrieks and jumps, startled, clutching his heart. He takes a deep breath and pushes his spectacles up on his rash-ridden nose. Yes, and what is it that I can do for you? Question mark. Writer? Question mark. He scratches his nose and looks you up and down, studying your scars. I have little to nothing in the till, so if you have something good to plunder the premises. The locale is ill-chosen. Yeah, I'm not here to plunder. Who are you? I am the respected Phineas T. Lord, the 39th, in charge of this hive branch of the Office for the Vermin and Disease Control. It is my distinguished privilege. Yes, I'm sure all the distinguished people in town take care of the crap, muck, pond scum, and the like. He scratches his chest and puffs up. To inform you that we, in the bureaucratic sense of the word, we, meaning to encompass the sigil bureaucracy as a whole, are accepting bounties on all manner of vermin and strays that infest the, he scratches again, fair streets of Sigil, hub of the multiverse and the city which sits at the center of all things, the city by which all other cities are measured. Oh, like, wieners. Let's see, bounties. What bounties?
Updated my journal.
Those little blighters have seen their last days. What blighters? Yes, yes, we, in the bureaucratic sense of the word, we meaning to encompass blah blah blah, are accepting tangible proof of the eradication of brain vermin, aka cranium rats, for the hive area where they have clustered quite thickly for the past many years, as a recent census of the vermin population has shown. They census the vermin population? So what, they go there, count them, and instead of taking care of them, just come back and... what? Collate the data? For... how does that work? I'm empowered by the Sigillian bureaucracy to pay a bounty of, he puffs up dramatically. 1 copper common per cranium rat delivered to my branch office. Cranium rat. Cranium rats are a species of vermin that become more intelligent the more of them there are in close proximity to each other. Yes, like a hive mind, I have heard of them. 1 cranium rat alone is but a nuisance that chews at boards and burrows into food, but 5, 10 or more, and their intelligence grows until it surpasses even the intelligence of one such as myself. Doesn't seem like that difficult, does it? Scratches, then sniffs disdainfully. I imagine that 2 or 3 cranium rats might be enough to outwit you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, let's let that one slide on your really, really disgusting pustule-filled skin, shall we? How many cranium rats are there in Sigil? More than enough to last a bounty hunter a lifetime, perhaps several. Huh, good. Have some questions. Anything more about the rats? No. Ah, the more of them are in proximity, the more formidable they become. Some gain the ability to cast magical spells. They can resist magic effects hurled at them, and they can employ some cunning tactics. Are their names Baldric, by any chance? Pushes spectacles upon his nose. As you can understand, we are anxious to reduce their numbers in Sigil. Yes, we need more dum-dums. Farewell, then. 1 copper per rat. Noted. Ah, the door is locked. To a back office of some sort. Okay. Got some junk.
Done.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Yeah. Collector. Ah, Crier of Azanon. Okay.
Come on, just a pick there.
Let's talk to the Crier then. Where's the Crier? Oh, there he is. Streams of tears have carved channels down this man's dust-covered face, really. He looks to be a monk or a holy man of some sort, but the dirt covering his body makes it nearly impossible to see the man beneath. He is chanting and rolling his head back and forth. It looks like some sort of ritual. Greetings. The man stops his frenzied chanting and glares at you with his tear-rimmed eyes. He opens his parched mouth to speak, but all he can manage is a withered croak. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Is what we say if we're a crazed maniac. Aye, his voice is so hoarse that it sounds like he's been without water for days. No, that's my... come on, okay. So you speak like a crazed maniac. I am a crier of Azanon. Apparently, Azanon.
Updated my journal.
Who is Azanon? The man throws back his head and gives a rasping laugh. It sounds brutal and defeated. Azanon, it is not a man, but a city. Oh? You're crying for a city, then. We cry its name because as Anon must not be forgotten. All the cryers of as Anon carry this burden. How long have you been doing this, and why do you do such a thing? Because its name is all that remains. Its avenues of light, its great spiraling parks. When it was laid waste and reduced to memory, only 70 of its people survived. Score is 100, I think. It was our duty to see that its name was remembered across the plains, or maybe a dozen, I forget. Many criers of as Anon have died for the sake of remembering. Many Bothans died for this information. If it places you and the others at risk, why don't you stop? The tears I shed, the dust that cloaks me, these things are as nothing compared to what awaits. Should I give up my sacred burden, we must see to it that its name is remembered. We are living memorials to its passage. So when you all die... A fresh tear springs to the crier's eye. Even his dust-caked face cannot disguise his look of despair. I do not know. We criers of Anon cannot mourn it forever. Even now, the dust clings to our robes. The spit dries in our mouths. Our bodies wither and die. Could I help? You are kind to ask. Unless you can immortalize as Anon, there is no help to be had. Must it be immortalized by a man? Would a tombstone serve? Tombstone? Yes. We need to explain what a tombstone is in a town like this. There's nothing but death around here. Huh. Yes, it's a stone that records a man's name, his life, and a eulogy. If it serves a man, could it not also serve a city that has died? Stones may do such things? What a simple-minded dimwit. Yes, and their lifetime is much longer than a man's. If its name was carved on stone, would as Anon's memory be served? Would others see this name? Well, yes, it would be there for all to see, long after you have died. The man nods. Oh, if such a thing were possible! Oh yes, my god, the supernatural ability to carve stone. He turns to you. Where would one find such a stone? Well, I'll look for one, and when I find one, I mean, how hard can it be? I could see that as Anon's name is carved upon it. You would do this wondrous thing of carving things into stones, my god, the hero. Is this... What a bunch of idiots, these Anon criers. The man's eyes water up again. We're going to be a god to Anon criers for making a tombstone? Okay, well... You would be setting all the criers of Anon free, but a score of us remain. The burden of remembering would be over after so many years. I mean, just piss on snow or something. Graffiti somewhere. So many possibilities. Write a book. I would do so. I will return on the name is carved.
Updated my journal.
Well, let's have a kiss then, eh? Come on.
Okay, well, we've done the rounds here. I'm not sure if... Yeah, have we seen where the smoldering corpse bar is? I don't think so. It's probably in the southeast, right? It's always somewhere we haven't been. Come on, get out of my way. So many Dabuses. Is that the Dabai? What's the plural of Dabus?
All right.
We have not... Oh, yes, we have. We've been here... Oh, on the other side, I see. Harlots and what the low? Oh, that's a hive thug. Just hive thugs. A barrier. Much as this creature's body is a combination of man and a ram, his head is a mix of sorts, with a broad flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns. Intricate designs are shown into his dirty pelt, and a massive four-fangled pole arm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you. Greetings! He turns to face you with a startling speed, his eyes dark and suspicious of you. His voice is deep and rumbling, not quite human and heavily accented. What do you want, two legs? His hand is close to his polearm. I'll need to speak to you. I have some questions, comrade. Yes, the barrier is now a caricature of a 1950s Soviet secret agent. He seems to calm down. His hand drops away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask me? Why were you so wary of me? Maybe he'll think we're making fun of him if we talk like that. Why can't we talk like that? I would love to talk like that for the rest of my life. Man, would we say all those V's? Why were you so wary of me? Seems sad. This place... And now he's French, of course. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not the best place for a visiting barrier, two legs. I have business here, though, and so here I am. Ah, he's a well-traveled barrier. He goes to a stupid Soviet caricature to stupid French caricature. The planes are a nexus to all things, apparently, really. Visiting, so you do not live here. The barrier shakes his head, laughing. No, two legs. No barrier could live in like this. Where are you from, then? I've seen more like you. From the plains of Isgard, two legs. They are my home. He smiles in fond recollection. Plains of Isgard. Well, maybe we can see that at some point. And what business do you have here? Another time, two legs. If we meet in a happier place, I shall tell you all about it. Okay, well. Till another time, then. That's certainly foreshadowing about something, probably. Maybe not. Is this something? Kutra's warehouse. This ash-covered tree looks like it's suffered greatly since being transplanted. This gate looks like it leads to the mortuary area. Oh yeah, yes, of course, that's the northern, I see. This is where we were before. Oh yeah, we saw the, right, Mornsford trees. And what is this? I forgot. Maybe nothing. Seems like nothing. Anything back there? No. There was something here. Oh, no, apparently not. Okay. So, and this is... Tenement of Thugs. Well, not sure we want that. Furnace pipes are pumping a hot air out of the building. Oh. Some sort of foundry, maybe? Lots of thugs. Barking wilder. Oh. Okay, well, these guys decided to attack us. One down. Two down, okay. Easy pickings. Let's get our riches. Not much of a... Not much of a reward for that, but I didn't lose anything, so... I'm not gonna sniff my nose at something given for free. Fell's Tattoo Parlor. Oh yeah, we remember talking about this guy. Magic tattoos and whatnot. A pattern of barbed black branches have been inscribed on this wall.
Done.
This looks like a clock, but there are no numbers. No hands on it. An unusual work of, art. A strange-looking chair seems to be where the patron sits. Right. The design seems to be of a shadow, casting a shadow. Silhouette of the shadow makes it unclear whether it is a man or a woman. Shadow. The silhouette shadow of the shadow makes it like the shadow. Unclear whether shadow. It is whether shadow, man, shadow, woman, shadow. So many shadows. A burning skull has been inscribed on this wall. Two symbols of duality flank it. Yes, it's like Joker from Full Metal Jacket. Has a born to kill and a peace sign, the duality of men or something, yeah. Can we go back? This tattoo is of a night black steed with dead white eyes and spines bristling from its shoulder blades. This picture shows a blackened sphere with trails of black mist floating away from it. Like a beholder? Design shows a series of black rivers whose courses divide across each other and flow together. Design of a hollow beast with a tiny demon in its head. Probably different spells and whatnot. Are these things we can tattoo on ourselves? Huh. Human skin has been stretched across these wooden frames. The skins are covered with tattoos. Ugh. Can we graft those things onto ourselves? This seems like quite the establishment. Let's talk to Fel. And then get on up out of here. You see a Dabus, or Debus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that still, but something about it strikes you as odd. Only one thing? It has the same shock of white hair, but the same greenish cast to its skin, the same pair of goat horns. Then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. Oh, yes. For some reason, that makes you uneasy. Morte, can you translate? Morte scoffs. I'd sooner be strained through a Tanari's bowels than unravel this goat head's trying to say. You want a translator? Find a sigil native. He, for some reason, is now talking like Jack Burton. The Dabus waits patiently. I'll have some questions for you. The Dabus waits. Who are you? As you are about to ask, you suddenly realize you already know the Dabus's name. His name is Fel. Ah, that's how you write Fel? Fel? Not sure. Why do you need 5 symbols for... Maybe Fel is... I don't know, not a maybe it's not a phonetic language. As if in response, the Dabus inclines his head slightly, and the lone symbol above... Okay, it's blurry at first, and then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning. Ah... I feel like I know you. Fel bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirl about its head, rotating clockwise, then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time, and not the first time you have come to this place. What now? The first time and not the first time, so not the first time. That's a roundabout way of saying, this is not the first time we've been to this place. Do you know who I am? Another series of symbols materialize quickly and sharply into focus above Fel's head. Translation comes to you as quickly and sharply as the symbols themselves, and as if you have translated the exact same string many times before. Probably have, hence the roundabout sentence beforehand. Yes, but I'm not permitted to tell your story. Really?
Updated my journal.
For a moment, there is no response from Fel. Then a stream of rebuses appear, as if trickling out of Fel's mind. My apologies, I cannot change the nature of man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull. Nature of man. What does that mean? Is that perfume? The symbols that appear above Fel almost mirror the previous stream. My apologies, I cannot say. Right, so we have to do something or discover something before he can tell us something. Something. See, I have another question. What is this place? A slow train of symbols materialize around Fel's head. Around Fel's head, not Fel's. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then fleshing themselves out into breathtaking colors. This is what tattoo color, or I tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone. Can I see what tattoos you have? Right. Ah, what do these things do? Right. You can equip them or use temporaries. For all Morte's faults, having him as a companion makes you seem more capable. Okay, this tattoo reinforces that bond, giving you +1 to charisma. And when invoked, also lends you some of Morte's luck and ability to shrug off. Okay, but we lose wisdom, so that's not very good. This tattoo has 2 constricting rings with lines radiating. When inscribed on the skin, the wearer's perception of distance and balance become heightened. Is there a limit to how many tattoos we can have? Tattoo with blood, I think, but +1 damage with all attacks. Man! When the wearer strikes an opponent in combat, the tattoo flares and the whip takes an extra bite out of the opponent. These things are super... There's so many. Oh my. What, like a kid in a tattoo candy store? Well, I'm not going to go through all of them, because we can't afford crap. We can't afford crap. Is there a tattoo of crap? No, there is no tattoo of crap. And even if there was, we probably couldn't afford that either. I killed myself. Well, actually, we probably have killed ourselves many times over. Okay, so that's not in our price range. Have some questions. What are those frames in the back room? Caravan of train symbols, blah blah blah. It is my gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. Oh! Our skins. That's all us? Really? We regrow our skin when we die? I admire you. I am saddened for you. Why? Another caravan of symbols forms around Fel, forming a circle. The mark of torment lies... torment lies upon your flesh. Torment on this planescape. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones upon a foundation. You have endured great pain. What do you mean? That is hurting my head. Oh, yes, I know what you mean now. A long string of rebuses appear above Fel's head, then surrounds his arms like manacles. I admire you because you have never surrendered to the weight of those losses, despite the fact their chains hang on you still. While we die, come back, We're just a little miffed, peeved. We don't get angry. A long string of rebuses appear above Fel's head, then falls, covering him like a cloak. These losses blanket this life, and... nice imagery. And all of your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent again. Nice. You are exploring the infinite paths of life. A bit on the nose, but... it's a nicely turned phrase. Tell me more! This is like... yeah, a sentence like this always reminds me of... was it Tell Me More? Or Ask for More? I forget. The adverts and the sort of interlude TV specials for Starship Troopers. There was some sort of ultra-fascistic like propaganda piece, and then an option that says tell me more or show me more or something underneath, and then another propaganda piece. A long string of robustas appear a bit off topic, but I mean, this is the nexus of all things. All references tie into Planescape Torment. A long string of robustas appear above Fel's head, then fall suddenly to the floor, streaming out behind him like a shadow. Oh, so everything has an image impact on the real world when he's making these things manifest. Take with you this warning. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Mad shadows escape? Ew, that doesn't sound nice. Anything else you can tell me? A brief series of paper-thin robustas appear on an orderly row next to Fel, then vanish into glowing motes? Do not sign anything. Motes? I have to confess my ignorance of the term. I would have thought... I don't know this word. We'll have to sit a while and see what word smells best, like Gandalf choosing a tunnel. Don't sign anything. Alright, we don't sign any contracts. Very well. Another series of robustas appear, forming a spiral. They have the texture of a question about them. Do you feel complete? Complete? Oh no. I don't. In fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing. Something inside. Fel nods, and a series of symbols materialize in a halo around him. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become whole again. Really? I've always wanted to be an asshole. Oh, isn't that what you meant? I'll try. I had some questions. Okay, we've asked them all of those things. Can you tell me about my tattoos? Yes. Fel studies your body for a moment, walking around you. He mirrors each symbol as he examines it, then returns to face you. I know them. None are by my hand. Right. That's odd. Where would he have made them then? Can you tell me about some of them? Fel nods, symbols appearing around him like fireflies. The ones upon your back were scribed with a careful hand and are directions for a mind that forgets itself. Directions for a mind? Okay, so just like a roadmap to get back our memories. The symbol that lies upon your left shoulder is the mark of torment. Yes. The title is in the... Yes. I hate it when movies do that, and I'm not liking that too much in this dialogue. Why is the game title in the dialogue? Torment? The symbol sharpens, gaining edges that are almost painful to your eyes. It is torment. It is that which draws all tormented souls to you. Fel nods at your left arm, at your shoulder. The flesh knows it suffers even when the mind has forgotten. And so you wear the rune always. What does that mean? I guess because it's carved into you, you can't forget it because you look at it and you remember again? What was that movie called where the guy wrote things down on himself and... crap. He lost memories, but then... come on! It's a movie I enjoyed and watched a couple of times, and it's a really famous movie. Damn it! Forgot. I'm sure some of you will know it. If not, just look for a movie in which a person has amnesia. That's gonna be a short list. But it's a modern, fairly modern, like 10 years old or something. What's the actor's name? Ah, well, off topic, off topic. I'll keep that in mind. I have some other questions. Do we have any other questions? Not really. Ah, yes. Do you know how I died? Fel does not respond, then slowly, menacingly, 3 symbols materialize above, each of them casting a long shadow. Shadows. Okay, so you told us we have to... Where was it that he told us? You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad. So we have to go there, but that's where we died last time. Right. Shadows. The 3 symbols swirl about each other, each leaving a faint black mist to trail about them. They take on a ragged edge, like teeth and talons, and multiply. Where there were 3, there is 9. 9 becomes 27. Okay, power of 3 then. Until the room is a swarm of shadows, many shadows. 3 streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. Ah. So mathematician shadows killed us. Why? The shadowed symbols swirled into one, then dissolved to be replaced with a simple symbol. I do not know. So the, what should we call it? The powered trinity? 3 that turns into 9, that turns into 27? Powered trinity is like a, I don't know, what are those super lame United States rock bands that are super religious? Christian rock bands? That sounds like a Christian rock band name, like Power Trinity. Shadowed symbols swirl into one, then dissolve to be replaced with a simple symbol. I do not know. Well, neither do we. Well, that leaves us nowhere. Farewell, then. Well, we learned a lot, but not really, did we? Can't buy any tattoos, unfortunately. We're, paupers, and we have no memories of this place, of ourselves, or anything else by that matter. We have ever more things to do, but nothing completed. We are nameless. You awoke on a slab of the mortuary. Ah, does this complete when you're... Ah, maybe it does. You're somewhat curious as to how to be able to float around. Yes, and speak without a lung, and eyes that don't rot, but everything else did. He's a mystery wrapped in a skull, wrapped in a detached jawline. Anna is a tiefling, a brash girl on the brink of womanhood. Her tail lashes when she's angry. She's the canny gutter snipe, and the hive seems to be a second skin for her. Maybe we can have her join our party. We didn't realize... maybe she can join us, I guess. We met her... Where did we meet her? Where's Anna? Right outside the... maybe right outside the mortuary. I think we missed her, maybe. Oh, we've met quite a few things. Maybe we should go speak to Anna, I guess. That's a thought. I think we should increase our charisma if we can, when we can. By however much we can. Because that seems to be more helpful than I thought. More helpful than I thought. Our intelligence, wisdom, I think... They're about, I think we might want a bit more of wisdom. Strength, dexterity, and constitution, I think we're fine. I mean, combat seems to be easy enough unless we're severely outnumbered. But that's mostly because our party is tiny. Only 2 of us instead of 6. So once we solve that, I think we should be good. Yeah. Yeah. I think we might be missing out on some intelligent dialogue options because of a lack of charisma, maybe.
I'm gone.
Maybe you can find a party member that has lots of charisma. But all of that is going to be next time. Till then.